Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So today I'm going to be filming an eyeshadow palette declutter. This is part 3. If you missed parts 1 and 2, I will have those linked down below. I've made this into kind of like a weekly series of my eyeshadow palettes that I'm trying to declutter. I'm trying to organize and downsize my makeup collection so it's not so overwhelming, and I've actually been really happy so far because I feel like it's giving me a chance to use more of the makeup I have, and I've been really happy just seeing my collection look more organized and just a little bit smaller. It's not ever going to be like a one draw situation or like 5 draw situation, but just to have it more organized and kind of go through everything has been really honestly making me happy. So today I have another eyeshadow declutter, and I'm using a different lens today, so if it looks a little bit closer to the palettes, that is why. But let's just get on into it. If you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out when I upload. I upload tons of content. Recently I've been uploading like 4 to 5 videos every single week. So join the fam, and if you like declutters too, give this video a thumbs up and let's get into it. Today I have a pretty decent amount of stuff, so I'm just gonna get right on into it. First off, this is from So Susan Cosmetics. They do have some pretty nice products. I like this palette, but I never use it. It's all shimmer shades, so I feel like it is time to declutter this. I think last time I was thinking of decluttering it and I didn't, so I feel like now doing this a second time, I feel like I have not used it since that video, so it is time to let it go. I have 2 palettes here from CoverGirl. The top one is the True Naked Roses. The bottom is the Chocoholic palette, which actually smells just like chocolate. It's a dupe for like the Too Faced palettes. They still make the True Naked Roses. They don't make the Chocoholic palette anymore. These are very pretty colors. I do think they are like on the dustier side, but I kind of like the color schemes in here. I do think they're very similar. And at first I was looking at them, I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna like declutter one of those. But then I was like, I don't know, I kind of like them. I think they're pretty. I have about 4 palettes here from Rimmel that I received in PR. So the top one is the Wow edition. I feel like I'm not gonna use that one, so I'm probably gonna declutter that top one. And then the second one, there are some nice colors in there. You can see I have used that palette quite a bit. There's like the random blue color in there, but let me declutter the top one. I also have these 2. So the top one is like a very fun neutral fall palette, and then the bottom one is like a bunch of more funkier kind of colors, some greens. That's the Thunderstorm edition, and I just feel like I'm never gonna use that one, so let me keep the spice one because I do like those warm colors. The original Jaclyn Hill palette, definitely a favorite. I use this all the time. I've also used this many times when I've done like bridal makeup and stuff, so I love this palette. You can see it's dirty and well loved. I have to clean it up, but I will definitely be keeping that. I also have Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. I also love this palette. It is so beautiful. I love the colors in here. I like that there's the purples and the pinks, and then you have like the bright orangey colors. To me, this palette can go either like fall, or you can go like spring and summer with it, and I really like the formula. I don't honestly buy Morphe palettes, but I do like the Jaclyn Hill ones. I did a Makeup Revolution tutorial and I tried this palette, and I just like wasn't in love with this palette. I mean, it is pretty when you're looking at it, and I like the colors in here, but I just feel like, I don't know, again, I have so many eyeshadow palettes, and I think I'm gonna declutter this one. It's called a New Neutral Blush palette. This is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I actually did use this the other day because I was looking at my drawer and I'm like, oh my gosh, I like have not used this palette in so long, and I knew I had a declutter coming up, so I was like, let me try it out and see, you know, what I think of it. So it's definitely a more of a deeper palette. Of course, gorgeous packaging. I love all the pictures on here. It's like a travel kind of palette, travel inspired palette. All the names are travel names, which I think is pretty cool. So I still like this palette. I think it is so beautiful, and I would like to keep it around in my collection. So I will keep that one. And we have this one, which, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. The Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edits The Wants. And I really like this palette, you guys. I've done a lot of looks with this one too. Again, it's a larger palette, but I love Emily Noel. She is such an amazing YouTuber, and she's so like hardworking, and she always has just wonderful detailed reviews. And I'm just such a big fan of her videos. She's amazing, and I love that she created all these colors, and I love the color scheme. I think there's so many nice shades in here. And I love all the names too, how they're like reminiscent of, you know, her family and her life and everything. And I do like the big mirror in here, so definitely keeping this. The Bad Habit Luna palette. You guys know I have tons of Bad Habit palettes. They used to send me PR. This is actually a dupe for this one. So I have the Norvina palette here. So I will show you guys side by side what they look like. So there you go, you can see. So I thought it was kind of interesting. A lot of the shades in the Norvina palette, you can tell like I use this palette quite often. I hit pan on 4 of the shades. And I was like, maybe I should keep this one, because when I hit pan on these, I'll kind of have like a backup. So I was like, let me hold on to that. Favorite, Anastasia Modern Renaissance. Oh my gosh, the shade is like broken. I've used this palette countless times. I think this is such like a classic eyeshadow color scheme that to me it doesn't get old, at least not right now. I'm still not sick of it, and I think it's so pretty. So definitely like a iconic kind of makeup palette. Like these reds and the orange are just, I think they're so pretty, they're so flattering. Yeah, gotta hang on to it. I really love her still. Really like this one. It's the BFF Alondra and Elsie eyeshadow palette. This is so pretty. I love the colors. I love the pink, the blue, these other blue colors right here. You can get BH now at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I'm sure you guys have seen my videos. That is, you know, where all their stuff is now, because they filed for bankruptcy, but that doesn't, however, mean that they're going to be going away. This is OPV Spotlight eyeshadow palette. I got this in BoxyCharm. You know what? This reminds me of the Born to Run palette. Like, they're kind of very similar. Very similar color scheme. This one has a couple more lighter blues in here. But yeah, very similar. Should I keep it? I like it. I think it's nice. I love these LA Girl palettes. This is the VIP Desert Dream eyeshadow palette. And here's what it looks like. The pans are really nice and big. Really beautiful matte colors. Soft shimmer shades that I love. So I definitely want to hang on to this one. It's really hard for me to part with these because I think they're so nice. Like, look at these shimmery shades. When you swatch them, those shimmer shades, you guys, like, look how beautiful that is. I can't even take it. They're so pretty. This one might have been limited edition, unfortunately, but they do have a lot of these square palettes that are in their core collection, and you can get it at Ulta and CVS. This is another Bad Habit palette. This one is Pretty Poison, and I really like this color scheme that they had here. I love purples, so this to me is a really fun palette, and I don't think you can get this one anymore. I think it was limited edition. The whole palette is like snake themed. I mean, I don't like snakes at all, so I mean, there's that, but I like the colors. And more palettes here from Bad Habit. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize I had this many. These two up top are like dupes for Pat McGrath. Look how pretty that palette is. Oh my gosh. Cult Mania. Again, I don't think you can get these anymore, but like, look at this shade. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'll do this one too. Wow, those are gorgeous. Those shimmers, I definitely have to use those more. I mean, I don't have anything from Pat McGrath, so it's nice to have something that's similar. And then this is the Mythos, which is also a Cult Mythos is the name, also a Pat McGrath dupe. Beautiful, more shimmers. Look at this green. Oh my word, that is so pretty. Guys, that's insane. That is so beautiful. So that's why I've held on to these. I think they're really rare and unique palettes. And then here I have the Divine palette by Bad Habit, which is a dupe for the, I think it's the Star palette, which I actually had. That was my only Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. I actually sold it. Is the Aphrodite palette, which is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Rose Gold. Actually, I think I decluttered the Rose Gold, so I'm glad that I still have this one to, you know, play with this color scheme. I have it website down below because I think whatever they have left in stock, I think they are still shipping. Alright guys, so I took out more of my palettes. So these were the ones that were in my Alex straw. So these were all the palettes that were inside my Alex straw. You kind of can't see everything because they're all like lined on here. It's like old Too Faced Christmas in New York palette. This is from, does it have a date? 2016. So quite a long time ago. I'll show you the inside. It's supposed to have a scent, but it doesn't really smell. But I think it's just honestly time to get rid of this. I've had this for so long. And there was like one color in here I really liked. It was this champagne rose color. And it's really pretty. I just love colors like that. So maybe I can like pop it out of there. I think I can probably do that easily and then just declutter the rest of the palette. Next up, I have this LA Colors palette. I got this from CVS during the holidays. It is a really nice palette. I like the color scheme. It's called the Luxe Eye Palette. However, I don't like the smell of it. It has that like weird cheapy makeup smell. Because, like I said, it has a weird smell and, you know, I'm trying to downsize. All right, next up we have the Buxom Extrovert palette. This is a very like summery palette and I'm not really like in love with this palette. It's just okay. So I'm not really obsessed with this one. I think I'm just gonna declutter it. I have other Buxom palettes that I like and this one to me, I mean it's cute like, but I just don't think it stands out that much. So okay, so next we have the Lorac Mega 3 Pro palette. I've had this for so long and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I rarely use this palette, but I think what I'm going to do is just kind of like make it a point to use it and see then what I want to do if I want to keep it. There's a lot of nice mattes in here, a lot of nice crease shades, and then like a couple colors of course I wouldn't really use, like this silvery shade I wouldn't really use, but I like that they also give you options for like a black and a navy. So let me use this a couple times, see what I think about it, and then I'll kind of determine from there because it is a nice everyday palette. This Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat palette, and it's just like a basic, you know, 6 shades in here. Again, I haven't really reached for this one too much. I mean, it is cute for travel, I'll say that, just to kind of throw something in your bag, so maybe I'll just hold on to it for that purpose. I did receive this in PR. Very cute. I don't have the big Naked Heat palette, so that's why I liked that. Okay, then we have this Anastasia Subculture palette, and I really like the shades in here. I think this is a fun palette. I like the 70s vibe. It's cool. It's retro. It's what it reminds me of. So I like this palette and that's why I hang on to it. I think it's funky. The palettes that I have. So this is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. It smells so good. It smells like a very like vanilla baby powder, and I think I may have gotten this, I can't remember if someone had gifted this to me, like maybe, I can't remember, but I really like all these shades. Like I love the cream shade, and then these right here, the 2 matte. So I like this one. I think the packaging is gorgeous. This is a really cool palette. It was a limited edition. It's the Lancome, what is this? It was like a part of a Café Bonheur La palette. That's what the back says. So this was like a limited edition spring collection they did. Like years ago I received Lancome PR. Don't know how that happened, but it was kind of cool to get PR from them. So I actually love these like crystally gem shades up here. Those are so fun. It'd be kind of cool to depot these and not have this like big bulky thing. And I have, this is the ColourPop. You will notice my collection is not like other people. I don't have like 50,000 ColourPop palettes. I have a couple. This is the Rendezvous palette. This is really gorgeous. I don't think they make this one anymore, but there's some really nice shades in here. I think I may have got this in a box. I can't remember which one, but I like this one. I think it's a fun palette, and I don't have much ColourPop, so that's why I was hanging on to that one. This is like a classic. It's the Anastasia Makeup by Mario palette. I do think it is really pretty and unique, and it's just like a classic, so that's why I like to hang on to it. And they are really soft, these shadows. I also have this one. I love this palette. It's the Huda Beauty Nude Light. A lot of mine are like broken, basically. There's really not much left in here, but I think this is a stunning like neutrals palette. We also have this Alter Ego Temptress palette, which is a dupe for the Anastasia Sultry. I actually really like this palette. I think it is super beautiful. Of course, I mean, I love the original Sultry, so I knew I would like this one too. So Alter Ego is the old version or whatever of like the dupe palettes, so they don't make this anymore, which stinks, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep it. I mean, I really still like this, even though I do have Sultry. That's kind of like always like my gripe with having these like dupe palettes. I'm like, well, I already have the original. It's like, so do I need the dupe? I mean, the reason I have it is because I did a comparison video on it all the time in my Dollar Tree makeup tutorials. So they're actually really good. I have a couple like little random palettes here. This is the e.l.f. Bite Size Rose palette. These are only $3. Another little palette. This is the Paw Eyeshadow Quad. This is from Shop Miss A. There's an oldie Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. Oh my goodness, this is so old. When is this from? 2015, you guys. This still kind of smells a little bit like peanut butter, but not really. This has to go in my like makeup vault because I probably won't use this. It's just more so to have as like a memory. It's so cute. I actually used this one the other day, the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This actually smells like the peanut butter and jelly palette, believe it or not. I love the colors in here. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love Tarte palettes that have that scent. And it's really pretty. I mean, it's nothing crazy, nothing out there, but just like if I want to do something quick and easy, this is nice to reach for. Okay, then we have the Naked palette. So first up we have Naked Honey, and I mean, first of all, packaging so cool, very like Austin Powers vibes. So this is definitely a gold tone palette. I don't think I personally like the way I look in like the bronzy gold tone shades, but I mean, I hate to get rid of this. It's, you know, it's still a beautiful palette. Maybe if I have my blue contacts in, I can, you know, rock this. We also have the Naked 3 palette, which is the old gal. She's still going here. This is such an oldie. Oh my gosh. I mean, I shouldn't even be using this anymore. But it's that very like rosy tone color scheme, very muted. And then we have the Urban Decay Naked Cherry. I like love this one. I think maybe this came out in maybe it was 2018 or 2019. But I think they did a really nice job with this palette. Again, I don't think there's anything special really about the Urban Decay formula. I don't think it's like anything to write home about. But this is nice. I've got a lot of use out of it. I like the deep red tones. I think it's a very specific look that you go for when you use this type of palette. Like, there's not much variety here. This Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, lots of shimmers. Oh my goodness, lots of shimmers. It's fun. I mean, again, not so many shades in here that I would wear. This color is really beautiful, but it's really nice though. I don't want to get rid of it because I feel like I haven't even used it that much, but I think I got this in like 2018 maybe. I got this for Christmas. And then this is so old. This is classic Too Faced Sweet Peach. I remember I was thinking the other day when the collection launched and they had like a party and there was like a waiting line on the website and everyone was like freaking out. It was like a whole thing. And that's what it reminds me of, like the peach craze. It was so insane. I remember watching people's vlogs from like the party that they went to, and I thought it was so cool. So anyways, here we have it. You guys know this one, or at least I'm sure you do. I still think these are nice. Of course, I don't reach for this one, again, too much, but I need to get rid of it. I have the ColourPop Cute AF palette. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. This is like that, you know, orangey warm color scheme that is just oh so popular, and it's, you know, it's pretty. For this one too much. I feel like everything in here in this drawer, I don't really go into my Alex drawer too much, so that's why I haven't used that one. But we also have this Dose of Colors Eyes Cream palette. This is fun. I like these colors. I feel like I look at this all the time and I'm always like, oh my gosh, I have to use this. It's so pretty. Like, it really does remind me of ice cream, and then I like never end up using it. But I just like knowing like, oh, it's there in case I ever want to do something like fun. Like, and then lastly we have the Carity Picante palette, which I just feel like I have this color scheme so many times over in my collection, so I am actually going to declutter this one. Guys, here's what I'm decluttering. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I was able to declutter 8 palettes, which I think is pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with that. Obviously, I always wish there would be more, but I think I did a really good job today of organizing, and I feel so much better about my collection. I feel like I know what I have and I'm ready to use what I have. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this style of video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!